dancing way up high. chances till we bleed. And when all love had been depleted, we had but no choice to concede. As the stars were dancing in their line, past that we could never run. Oh, they were dancing way up high. Stars were dancing in their line. Future we will never run. Dirt on our feet was bone dry. It was bone dry. shaking underneath, trying to take me alive. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Any time or place, watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my throne. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no, I got no rival. Tell me now, what you gonna do? We can do this face to face. The reckoning is coming real soon. Doesn't matter what you say. Try to tell you this is my moment. Can't take mine 'cause I own it. Don't you know that I'm locked and unloaded? You're out of focus. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to week 2 of the Titans of Tier 3 League. It's me back again, Ronak, with my co-host.
Yeah, it's me. I'm back. Hi. I haven't been on here in like about a week or and a half, but I'm Claire, and I'm really excited to be back. I haven't casted with Rana quite yet, but we're actually bringing you a pretty exciting game. I would want to say, it's Reign Above versus Excane. So both these teams are currently 1-0 in the division and the league. So both these teams, going to wanting to continue that clean sweep of the league to get farther into it, and I was looking at their games. I've been looking at the players, and I couldn't really tell you who I think is gonna come out on top here. So it should be a
Yeah,
fun one.
absolutely. Seems like it's going to be a really, really intense match. Both teams, not just 1-0, but also are currently undefeated map-wise. Neither dropped a map last week, and I think this will be really interesting. We're already jumping right in here with this Scent Agent Selects. I think that I could probably guess the picks, although the Yoru hover might suggest otherwise. We got some interesting agents being hovered right now.
We do. I've seen like more and more teams, switching it up on Ascent and not really just picking the same
Yeah,
agents, but it
but it does
does
seem.
seem that Xkane is, opting toward that tried and true and
Mm-hmm.
potentially
That.
reign above.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Rain Above might switch it up, but definitely Excane has locked in the absolute standard for Ascent, which makes sense. It's tried and true for a reason. There's a reason that almost every team runs this comp on Ascent. The map really hasn't changed in the entire history of Valorant, so stick with what works.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen some of the nerfs coming out, especially for KJ. I do
Hmm.
like feels like a pretty big nerf, especially for that turret. It's not going to see as much flank watch, so putting it up on that flank and some of those areas might be a little bit harder. Need to be a little bit slower, and communicate with your team with what angles are covered, what isn't. But it does seem like, yeah, we are just getting the same 5 agents that we've been seeing for the past 2-ish years.
Yep,
So
indeed. And yeah, for sure, that KJ nerf is definitely going to be something to keep an eye on. I've noticed as well, just playing recently, that like a lot of the standard KJ stuff you sometimes like to do, like put it in a main on defense and stuff like that. It's a little bit harder to do. It doesn't quite hold the angle as well, and sometimes people can sneak past it. So it definitely is something to keep an eye on for both of these teams.
yeah, I mean, we are just gonna slowly get into this game. Again, it should be incredibly close. I do hope. I'm not too sure if either of these teams played a set in their last match. Let me double check here.
I believe.
Oh no, actually, yeah. Xkane did. It was the same composition, so And yeah, that was about it. And I don't think Rain Above did. No, they played Haven and Lotus. So
Yeah.
not gonna have any VODs of that, especially not from this tournament. But like, I feel like that is something that we could also talk about. Is yeah, it is the second week. Teams have seen every other team play. So that's something you do need to think about. There are VODs and enough video of them playing that they could steal some strats and know some strats and be able to anti-strat a lot more efficiently than they were in that first week.
Absolutely. I do also think we see this KJ setting up A, which usually obviously KJ set up B, but the pistol round switch up I think is also fairly common. So we'll see how Excane answers this.
Yeah, I think this is an incredibly interesting play. I mean, we do see Excane playing incredibly slow, just trying to get as much just map control before they take a side as possible, which I think is a really smart play, especially on this pistol round where you don't have all the util in the world, so every step you can get.
And Rain Above really playing deep, giving them lots of mid control. They have all of this A control now. The rotates are coming in fast though. Ooh, an aggressive push here into tree. I couldn't tell if the door's already broken. They're all the way into heaven. Great first blood. They don't know they're coming on site. Oh, I got it now. That was a very fast tree split. Now, the defense has already picked up heaven and tree once again, but this late lurk by KJ is something to keep an eye on. Lots of damage being done.
Player standing.
Oh, the trades are just too good here for the attack, and that's that. Wow, wraps up the first round. Very nice and quick.
Yeah, no, I mean, coming out of Excane there, I did, love how they were making all that map control before they hit that take, and once they had that, they quickly went in, did a tree split over towards A, and caught them off guard. I mean, I think it was incredibly well played, right? They didn't really know where everyone was. They saw that KJ and isolated those kills pretty well, and just played the numbers advantage on site. They didn't get too
aggressive. I think that was super smart. They played the aggression perfectly, where they did a tree push, but then didn't overextend. Got back on site, got the spike down, and were able to win the round. Now it seems like a 5-man aggress on the A side. Jet stashed up. Spike is over here as well.
Stashed up, but
they've gotten all the info. They're.
Do you think they can just leave here, or they can duel with these better weapons? I mean, fancy at this range is not what you want.
Yeah, this definitely is a rough fight for the defense, but they do have spike down on the ground.
B.
I have the spike.
Oh, they've got it now, and it looks like they're working in. Lots of damage, though, done to this attacking side. Gun advantage is not going to be as big of a deal now, either. They should be able to pick up these 2 guns for the defense.
Pretty sure they knew where both players was. That turret is not going to see anything because Killjoy is unfortunately down, but a lot to make happen here for Rain Above. Having, I think it's a classic and a frenzy, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, it is. They weren't able to recover any guns.
Oh, is that a sheriff? I'm not too sure, but...
Oh, wow, what a kill.
Great shot.
They're expecting this double up CT as well.
1 enemy remaining.
Oh, beautiful flash timing, though.
Flash.
And a great try. That was a very close round as a defense on the eco. You take that. That's lots of economical damage, and maybe can set you up for a better position now here after this round.
Yeah, I mean, I 100% agree. I think the way that they played that one for Rain Above, just pushing down that A position, making sure that they can get some aggression, potentially catch Excane off guard, because, I mean, they are on that eco, right? They need to go for a little bit of a hero play, and that's just what they decided to do. It was close, but, I mean, you're not always... It's not supposed to be in your favor in that round, but
indeed,
I think
yeah, just bringing it down to 2 people is very impressive.
I think they played it well, and getting into this one, it's back to this slow mid-split.
Ooh, no, very fast hit. It's all by the drone, though. See, it looks like they're continuing the aggression.
And the aggression's coming out.
This mid control, they've established this mid control. Oh, but a little bit too aggressive without a smoke. Our tags. Defense has a lot of information.
Grenade out. Found them.
And they've even done a lot of damage. No damage has been done to the defending players here. They do have sight if they can make it. Oh, Alex just out on that fight CT. Oh, 4K main is good. Oh, it looks like the defense has got them totally missing. It's gonna be a really difficult
Last
round.
player standing.
1v3. 1v2.
One enemy remaining.
1v1.
1v1.
Oh, because he
Not-
got the read.
Does it? No, I mean, great try
Uh-huh.
coming out of Pam B there. Doing so much, but just cannot close out the rest of that round, and it does seem that Rain Above is going to get their first round on the board. It's going to be 2-1 here. Getting a replay of this, site retake, and that's how they played it. I mean, Aiden, and getting maybe 1 if not 2 here.
Yeah, the counter lurk by the Jet was very good to take back this A main space, but my goodness, Pambi on the KO, almost pulling this round back. Gets 2 and just doesn't expect another one stairs. Super close round. Honestly, much closer than you would like on the defensive side. In fact, they're forced down to an eco here, which is definitely not something you want to see after having such a good second round damage-wise.
Getting forced into that eco, giving that Jet that hero rifle, and want them to make a play here, but I'm not too sure where that play could be made. It does seem that it is going to be an A hit. This KJ just lurking versus B side, so make sure you keep an eye on them for those lurks.
Yeah, interesting. This is a weird situation for the attack. The defensive rests heavily B main, but the attack wasn't able to hit fast enough, and now the entire defense is already rotating before Spike is down. This could potentially be a really thriftyable situation. We still have significantly worse guns of the position that the defense is up.
Again, you need evolution here to go massive. And that there's one.
There's
I mean,
one
they
evolution.
quickly played it out.
Made it out so fast. Another kill.
Last
Oh, the
player
swing up
standing.
main.
One enemy
A
remaining.
1v1 at the end. The late lurk mid. Does he read it? Doesn't seem to know yet.
Full util for Aiden here. Has a lot to play off of.
Taps it. He's sticking.
Taps. Getting that
Alright, he
half.
sticks at half. He still has no idea where this player could be. Oh. Oh, and almost. Another really, really close round by the defense, but just not being able to quite finish off these super close rounds again on the eco, and then on this one again. They're making the ecos extremely difficult, but not quite making them into round wins. But now it looks like the economy has flipped here a little bit. Lots of light armor on the side of the attack, and now the defense has got that operator online. Can be super damaging, but it looks like she's peeking mid and might not be where they're pushing. It looks like a heavy B pressure, at least at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you never know here. It's obviously this is going to be a massive swing round for both these teams. Whoever does come out on top is going to be able to buy into that next round. Those enemies not going to. But the quick sight take on this B site is Valix making a lot of problems, creating a lot of space here.
The trade's very good. The offense has a lot of space now, and this Rain Above is going to have to be retaking with an operator. It's going to be very challenging, but they do have the KO ult. Oh, an amazing kill by Valix. Oh, but still gets traded out. The trades are very good for both.
Last player standing.
Very good, but that null point is coming out still. A 1v1 here. Eos.
Cover going out.
Oh, makes this step. Doesn't quite get the swing. Tapping. 5. Oh! 5 HP. Oh no, the reload just runs out of bullets. Now that is an extremely good round for Rain Above. Finally winning these brawly rounds where they have tough retakes. But this time, instead of coming just one short, they come 2 over. Thanks to the KO ult as well. That revive was very clutch.
That was an incredibly clutch round, just playing off that smoke and allowing them to get that res off and bring this one back into, punching distance here. It is 3-2, Excane still on that lead, and I mean, as I said earlier, it was a little bit of a swing round here, so Rain Above obviously winning that round, going to be able to keep that op in play, and that could cause so many problems for
Absolutely.
Excane.
And not just that as well, we see the new gun coming into effect for the first time that I've seen. And on this eco, everyone on Excane is going to be one-shot to it now, especially that the Jet is taking a little bit of molly damage. They essentially have 2 operators on this round. This could be a difficult retake. What fantastic
Spike
double
down
kill from
A.
Heaven.
Be faster.
Is Valix they need to go massive here, and they are currently
Valix
making that happen.
straight out. That is incredible. Tries another, just misses it out though. Evolution's rotating him with the op now as well. Might be able to pick up a Vandal if they want it, but doesn't look like they're choosing to.
Equalizing the numbers here, feeling like they might need to do a little bit more. The team not quite having the same firepower.
Yep, still a gun difference here. But the position by Valak is really good. Oh, another one goes down. 2v1.
Last player standing.
Ooh, 1v1. He pulls it close.
This is nothing.
No time to
Ah,
play with
doesn't have
here.
any time. Yep.
And Source knows it.
Unfortunately, he's gonna try and get the op. It looks like he does get it.
Clutch.
Oh, he dies to the spike though. Ah, that is a very unfortunate round.
Yeah, I know that clutch there says Source, but I'm not too sure if Source really brought them one back into that one. It was Valix getting so many
Indeed,
massive
Valix.
kills there.
That was incredible. The jump peaks into heaven, and we see a timeout coming in for Rain Above. I think it's probably smart at this point, especially on Ascent, such a defense-sided map, down 2-4. You definitely need to start making something change quick.
Yeah, I mean, it is Ascent, so obviously that defensive side has favored, you know, just the defense for so long. But not in this map. It's Excane, obviously, making that attacking side look like it's very, you know, possible and consistent to get around.
Indeed.
It's just looking like the plays that they're making is catching Rain Above a little bit off guard, and they're not quite able to get back on those retakes and get those trades where they need to. But I mean, it is a timeout, but these rounds have looked incredibly close. So I think this scoreline could be, you know, 4-2 for Rain Above, or maybe 3-3 at this point.
Absolutely, it definitely seems like a score that could easily have been flipped on its head. So many very close rounds, and even still, this attack by Excane has been very good. It seems like they've been hitting the weaker site pretty consistently, and still having extremely close rounds. So this still absolutely is a position that Rain Above can come back from. Very slow round here out of the attack, expecting that aggression. They've played against this aggression now on these ecos several times.
And you're calling it out there. Look at that B main push coming out of Rain Above. They feel like they need to make something happen here, and just can't see anything quite yet. But this flank comes, they need to. It's crazy. Finds one, but I mean, it's a 3-for-1 trade. It's not going to be what you're looking for Rain Above.
Oh,
That's another great shot, though, coming out of Zenitsu. Brings someone back into this round, and it seems that it is just going to be this bomb taken towards his B site.
Indeed, that was a fantastic shot, but they've got this site for free. It doesn't look like any guns being recovered, but I mean, 2-3. That's not the worst scoreline I've ever seen. This is very possible to come back, especially with that kill right there, even score, and they might be able to recover some guns in mid.
Look at this. It's one lockdown for one lockdown here. Aiden, though, still having full util. We usually see this. I mean, we usually see Aiden have a lot of util later into the round, especially on this side where it's a bit more difficult to use. But that lockdown coming in, and it's wanting to be Pampy to get off this site.
It is, but this positioning already by the attack seems like they were prepared for it. They're already off site. And it is planted for spam. This is going to be a very hard to use.
Standing.
Oh, gets it down. Oh my goodness, what a round to win by Rain Above. I believe they have it. They do. Oh my goodness.
Close, but I mean, yeah, Rain Above, I mean, looking at that round, it's Zenitsu, I think, really pops off here, finding a pick in mid, and actually finding 2 picks in mid.
Absolutely, that was a 2v4.
A 2v4 to bring this map, you know, again, back into a pretty close state here. I think Excane is really going to be looking at that one and kicking themselves there, as I feel like there was quite a few different things they could have done there. But
Absolutely, you never want to lose. You never want to lose these 50 rounds, but especially on Ascent, you wanna keep the momentum going on attack. It can be really tough if that defense gets an operator and gets in like really good position with it. Which right now, they've got the operator on the right side. It's looking mid right now, but still on the right area, and this could be a huge problem.
I mean, Watch out, Excane still having that lockdown, but right above could counter that with that Hunter's Fury.
Oh,
I just is not what you want to see if you're Valix. That's kind of soul crushing right there.
that is
A wall
leg
bang,
shot. Is that a wall bang? That was
It
what
was a wall bang.
God, this all could kill him because of the wall bang. The retake
Nothing.
is already on. Spike is not down yet. This is very challenging. This is a very challenging position here for the attack. Their lurk has already been found out as well.
Like, I mean, they really need to get this spike down, but it is just sitting there in the middle of the site. Not quite ticking down, but a great shot from Pambi, but it's quickly chitted out. But
Spike
Pambi
down
finding
A.
2. 3v2 scenario here, doable.
30 seconds left.
Aiden Pambi, known for, wanting to be in these clutches.
And the
Placing
smoke
swarm
still
grenade.
being alive here makes this very difficult. Lots of
Spike
util still
planted.
available.
One enemy
Awesome, but
remaining.
Pambi not quite knowing where JMV is.
Indeed, he is a very sneaky Omen, just slowly walking out. And they get it cleaned up. That is a very good round. It got a little tight. For a while, it looked like they had it absolutely wrapped up. Then the operator goes down, and it looks a little bit tougher, but the Omen making a play, walking out of the smoke, and getting them the round. That was very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it's just incredibly well played. Loving how the Omen, using those TP's advantage to reposition around that site, catching Aiden off guard, and securing them the round, tying this back up here. And we were talking about this, how the scoreline could have been so close in either direction, and here it is. And if you look at that stat sheet down there, 4 diffuses for their round wins for Reign Above. And it's just showing that they are relying so heavily on this retake, especially when they're like Reign Above is, they're letting Excane get onto that site with like 2 or 3 members and just playing that retake.
Oh, walking into the op again, finally getting that op online early, and gets another one.
I can't use that.
This is when the defense can really start
Enemy mod.
just stringing rounds together. Another aggressive peek. Woo.
They're just peak evolution, not quite finding anything else with those last 3 bullets, but should be no worries. It just needs pre-tags. Microbe going in here with the Sheriff.
And with Spike, he's very by himself right now with Spike, but it looks like his team is coming to back him up.
What?
Shadows traveling.
This is a very dangerous position here for this Omen.
Indeed.
Ooh, going for that swing, not quite making anything happen, but position is revealed that it's coming through lines.
Shark Dice here, there's just so much util still on the defense. This KO has, well, he had most of his hit right then, and a spam through the wall.
30
That's a
seconds
classic
left.
Sova moment.
Yeah, I mean, just could not get the economy earlier to get up that Odin into the game, but I mean, let's stop talking about that. Going for 2 and finds both of them.
My
Closes
goodness.
up the round.
Yep, especially Ascent specifically. I mentioned it for the operator, but even for those big guns like the Odin, it's a really, if you can get that economy rolling on defense, it makes everything so much harder. Yeah, this year was when we were in the position where they just have too much util and they have all the map control. They didn't have to rotate like everyone off of a site, so at no point were they able to take a site for free. Even if they kill the Omen there, they still have to deal with the KO who's already back on site, which is just so tough. So tough when you're down guns.
Yeah, I mean, you were talking about it, right? I mean, they couldn't string together those rounds, so they couldn't quite get that Odin in play. Just never had the economy, but having that high penetration weapon, especially on Ascent, where people like to mention that the walls are made of paper, and in a lot of cases, that is true.
Absolutely, yeah. There's like, I mean, there's so many spam angles. It is really just a quite difficult thing. And also, I just noticed there's a very interesting change up from the defense. They have this KJ playing both sites. Molly's set up on B, while all the info is set up towards A, which is a very interesting idea. Mid left's kind of open, but currently Excane is not even considering mid.
Yeah, I'm kind of a big fan of it. They know that Excane has that null command, so just wanting to keep all that util on site for as long as possible. And it does seem that we have a disconnect, unfortunately, and we're back actually.
And he's back, yeah.
Valix is back and ready to cause some problems on the Ascent map here. And then
Oh.
Ultimate coming out, and a massive massive collateral coming out of Evolution here.
Another.
The third, let's go in fishing for more. Not quite finding anything there, but that KO back in sight.
Indeed, but the entry is down, the smokes are down. If I'm Excane, I think I called the save at this point. You get the KO ult out as well. So while it was definitely a bad round, if you can come out with the guns here, it definitely could
10
be
seconds
worse.
left.
That KO knife was thrown B main right before they were ready to hit, and it just caused so many issues.
So many problems.
Oh, what a molly!
And, you know, right above, not quite done with them quite yet, and coming in and killing every single person.
And
for
that's
Excane.
that is exactly what you don't want to see if you're Excane. That really puts you behind now. If you cut those 3 alive, you could probably force into this round, but now you're forced down to another eco. Very unfortunate.
Not quite what you want to see, and right above, looking like they're just gonna take, I mean, this half in their own hands and just run away with it. Potentially 8-4, if not a 7-5. I mean, it does seem that they're almost kind of, I don't want to say guaranteed, but having such a massive advantage into this round. Just then, no, not again. Thought we were gonna get another collateral from Evolution, but
It was close. My goodness, he's just been playing so good with these operators, and when he knows they're on an eco, swinging so aggressively, just really peeking out with that dash and fully believing that he'll be able to get out. Very no one blind.
just cutting off the angle of the operator, not making it get any value if it's looking into the dark abyss of that Omen smoke, but
Drone as well coming out. They know where the operator is. I like this mid Omen smoke. They've taken the site. Let's see if they can. They had success early in the game in holding these retakes, but later on it really fell apart and they weren't able to hold them very well.
Spike planted.
4-5. This is where
And you still have the KJ out. KJ's able to get a kill here.
Oh, Aiden's in
This
a
is where
very
they seem
precarious
like they
scenario.
know.
Nice
Gets one. Oh, but doesn't able to get a second.
Oh, and
One
that's
enemy
Going down
remaining.
as well. Unfortunate. That was honestly
played.
closer than it maybe appears on paper. They survive 4-1, but if KJ gets one more and is able to get out, 2 ults for post plant could have made that a very challenging round.
Yeah, but
So
just
we're-
not quite making anything
Last
happen off
round
of it.
in the
Just-
half.
I mean, just a very good trade. You know, clearing those extremities, the tree angle, and all of heaven, just to slowly pinch their way onto sight. And it seems that Rain Above is done losing. Just those retake rounds when they should be winning those in most cases. And getting into this last round, it is going to be a full buy coming out of Excane with those 2 ultimates was ready to be used, and we have not quite seen this lockdown coming out of them.
We have not. I think that this is a big round for Excane. You know, you want to commit your ults here, get the last round of the half, go 7-5 is not a bad attacking step whatsoever. Ooh, the knife suppressing 4.
I think we're going to be a lot of info here, and J-Roll just needing to dodge that Hunter's Fury and does so quite easily, I might add.
I don't believe that Hunter's Fury tags a single person. They have the sight though once again. Let's see how this retake goes. They stayed with KJ all it appears. Yep, they throw it now from the post lamp.
Just getting some
Defense
shots.
seems to be pushing through anyway though. Still trying to fight out in this KJ ult, and they break it!
Remaining.
But they still win the round. An amazing round for Excane.
An incredible round for Excane, you know, getting that momentum back on the board
Switching
here.
sides.
I was kind of getting nervous a little bit if they didn't win another round in that half. I feel like they kind of would be a little bit deflated.
Indeed,
and
8-4, it would be very tough to come back from.
8-4 and just losing 5 straight is or 6 straight. My apologies.
Yeah.
Would have been not great. I feel like for their mental game, but coming back into this one, another pistol could just tie up this game here and bring them right back into it. I wouldn't say
Indeed, I think that depending on, I mean, you never know. Like, just because a map is defense-sided in name doesn't mean that it's actually defense-sided in the rounds. But a 7-5 half on a defense-sided map seems like it's a pretty good sign for Excane. I also just wanted to note on that last round, they committed the ultimates, and while it didn't seem like they got any direct use, they still were able to convert the round with those ultimates, which is very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems they were a bit using that KJ lockdown a little bit late into that half. I wonder if they could have farmed 2 there potentially, but I guess we'll never know, and we should just focus on this first round of the half. And it is being played incredibly slow from Rain Above here.
They tried to break that KJ molly in B main, but we're not able to get it. Looking mid here, where there's a trap play set up mid. I don't know if they expect this. They do not. Oh, but the trades. Oh, and another kill.
Oh my God, Valix is
Valix.
popping off here. Holy, and just the last players in this B main position, not being able to find the shots, and goes down. Not gonna be what you want to see if you are Valix. Really.
Right when the camera's on you, that is unfortunate. Oh, looks like we might be getting a tech pause here. Yeah, this mid trap here. They got the KO pop flash, but they didn't expect the Omen and the KO on the defense to be able to pull off. Just amazing trades.
Yeah, just look at this first shot, and then that second shot is really, I think, where we saw that play come to shine. And yeah, we are getting a little bit of a tech timeout. I'm not too sure what the issue might be, but hopefully it is minor. Hopefully it is a minor issue. So
indeed, I believe it was Rain Above calling the tech pause. So hopefully everything is good on their end. I believe someone was having some PC problems early. I can't remember exactly who it was though. So I hope that it wasn't, or that it isn't that same issue, or the disconnects that were happening as well earlier in this game. Hopefully this all gets resolved nice and quickly.
yeah, I agree. I think it was Excane that had the earlier disconnects. I think it was Valix, but
Oh, it was, yeah.
I'm not too sure what could be the problem right now. I mean, who knows?
Yep.
That's just so many, a lot of
Looks like we're getting
variables.
back into it. There are. It's a complicated game to run for sure. And honestly, any game that gets off without any problems is impressive. I mean, just VCT last season, they they started late on just about every game due to tech issues. So really, you can't ever be too surprised about that.
It's a rough one, and we're getting back into this one, so no worries. And it was Excane converting that pistol, and as they did earlier in that in the map, so gonna be a lot of info coming out of that KO knife. It does show exactly.
Ooh, the spam with the sheriff already on the eco round. Oh, I didn't even know there was a fight taking place here. Amen. That's another great kill by Valix. Another one.
Down A.
A headshot monster.
A headshot monster, but it is having this Vandal on this eco round. Going to be able to fry with this weapon, and I mean, it's 1 minute on the clock. Some time to play with for Rain Above, but 3 members alive to Excane's 5.
Last player
Take
standing.
into consideration, and quickly just deleting them from the map here, and making this a 7-7 game.
Indeed. Now, something to take a note of. Another outlaw got bought this round, and I don't know how much it's affecting. It's affecting Rain Above, but I noticed that the Jet has decided to buy a full shield Guardian instead of going for the light shields, because even with those light shields, that outlaw is like an operator, and you don't want to lose this eco round because you get one shot by an operator.
That 140 to the body is not pleasant.
Not at all. Oh, seems like a missed flash there, and another first blood by Valix.
I know that heavy shield is not going to do too much, but a turret finding
Kill.
Finding Zenith, not finding Zenith, finding that other finding that other KJ, but it's not quite what you want to see. And that outlaw, unfortunately, was posted up B main, but quickly being taken out. And Rain Above with these 3 members needing to find a way to get back into this round. And that pick right there could just be it.
That is a great start. They're pulling the KJ, already rotating, but it doesn't seem like it. They might not commit spike here. I think Rain Above really needs this round. Although it's very low HP.
J-Roll just searching throughout the map, just seeing if anyone from Excane is overstepping a little bit. And it does not look like that's the case. It's alarmed by giving so much info.
And what a
30
read
seconds left.
immediately upon that flash going out.
Oh, great shot.
Yeah, immediately when that KO flash went out, the defense fully rotated off of the A site. Realizing the flash came from mid and that it was
Spike
likely a
planted.
fake. That's a really well played.
Keep your eyes on this mini map here. Omen on a massive flank and
Absolutely, but this is leaving a 2v2 on site. Bam dart.
ball's bammable.
So low. Both the KO and the Jet so low here.
One
The
enemy
walking
remaining.
in.
Omen just a massive flank here. Pambi not quite reading it.
Oh.
And just quickly taking care of JMV, finding Pambi to close out that round. 8-7, Rain Above continuing their lead a little bit, but it's only by one.
Pulling it back there after that anti-eco, a really close round that could have gone either way. But very impressive to pull it out there after losing your KJ, I believe, and your entry. Still able to pull off the round is very impressive.
Yeah, getting back into this one. It is going to be a kind of a mixed buy coming out of Excane of Opka, Stinger, Guardians, and Vandals. Just putting whatever they want on the board here.
Almost the entire buy menu right there.
Yeah.
I think
You know
that they're walking towards the operator though. The op's walking up. This is a very risky decision.
That Tron might scare them off the angle.
Oh!
And Evolution doesn't care about the operator. He's just, that's a mini operator with that Guardian, but just wanting to pick it up, potentially throw it off the map. Yep, that's exactly what we would see.
Oh, and Source swings out of the smoke.
It's maybe feeling like they need to get back into this round some way, just going for that hero play, and unfortunately for Source, not making it happen this round at least.
Revealing area.
That's one of their Vandals down. One of their only 2 Vandals down as well. That's not been recovered by the attack.
And this round is slowing down. Rain Above knowing that they do have this player advantage, and they just want to figure out where the rest of Excane is and play off that info. But that's,
30
that's
seconds
the risk
left.
you take wanting to find a check.
Brother.
Oh! Traded out. Question is, do they know that there's one on site? Will they clear him? Ooh, and Excane getting another one in mid.
Pre-tax microbe with this Stinger.
Last
Here
player
needs to go
standing.
big, but not quite making it happen. Evolution finding that kill, and it's 12 seconds on the clock.
10 seconds left.
And it's just Aiden. A
AD getting the
lonely
spike down.
KJ wandering the halls of Ascent.
KO is low, but I think Aiden is going to have a pretty tough time
Is that
pulling this
Nano
off. Here.
Swarm?
This is a very weird KO as well. He gets it.
Finds one, but quickly traded out by J-Roll. I mean, that's a massive round, continuing their lead here, and I think it's going to stop Excane from buying into this round. We do see Source having that Vandal, but I mean,
Can't imagine that's going to last for very long. None of his teammates look like can even do, maybe they could do one more light armor and Vandal, but I don't think that they will likely be forcing into this round. I think a very good time for a timeout. You almost won the eco, and then losing that next one. That was just, honestly, that's a great example of just kind of on the attack. They just waited out for oh geez, my brain just stopped working. I apologize. For Excane to work up into them, and then we're able to pick off the operator super early. They had the operator posted on the correct site. They just got a little impatient and decided to push up instead of waiting for them to walk into the operator.
yeah, I mean, I think you said it, right? Just wondering if that round went a little bit differently. Who knows where we could have been here. I mean, probably just an 8-8, but we're just not going to know. But yeah, you did say that Vandal was not going to last too long, and that's exactly correct. Source trading it out for that Sheriff. which should not be, doubted, right? The sheriffs can cause so many problems. We've seen it time
Absolutely.
and time again.
Especially Valix. Valix has the knives here, although it looks like there might be a stack on the wrong site. Although we'll see, the attack isn't playing overly aggressive here. Oh, and no gun on Evolution. I don't know if that was a mistake or if he didn't have the money.
It's 2,800 credits. It's not enough for a rifle, but
But perhaps they were so concerned about the new weapon they decided. But, I mean, the KO has enough to buy for him. I think that might have just been a mistake caused by the timeout. Yeah.
Or it's a tactical advantage, just one player buying that and just wanting to get that duel with just trading duels with that Phantom, right?
Careful.
Indeed, and I mean, the classic free gun, but it's overpowered, so I'm not saying that he's in overly much trouble.
Blocking sight.
They hit the site with only one person. This is going to be very difficult.
Yeah, I mean, just a massive kill. Just getting that onto the site. It's going to be Aiden going down, and the only gun that they can get, I think, is a Sheriff that Aiden can have.
Yeah.
Quite.
Ooh, gets traded out mid, though. That's a good start for this defensive retake. Lurk is no longer an issue. This fight heaven is going to be important. Oh my goodness, Source with the Sheriff kill. Just like you said, those Sheriffs, they may not be rifles, but they can be very dangerous.
Take flight.
And,
Last
making this
player
round be
standing.
more and more plausible. But with a TP like that, I am a little bit doubtful of how the rest of this round might go.
Indeed.
Last player
He gets the
standing.
kill. It's a 1v1.
Doable.
Time is low.
Wow.
Can't quite get it. Just swings out at the right time for JMV. A very good eco though if you're Excane, but it's getting late in the game. You stop wanting to have good ecos and you start wanting to have rounds won.
I mean, it's extending this lead here, but it was an eco coming out of Excane, so it's not to be too crazy, but needing to get this round back here, especially this one. I mean, if they lose this one, they're not going to be able to buy into the next, but maybe a little bit of an eco or a half buy, but it's not going to look pretty.
Revealing area.
A mid aggression, KJ's out exposed, but is able to get away. And Rain above, absolutely knowing their protocols, immediately hitting the site after the push as fast as they can. Oh, but they weren't expecting KJ playing dice.
Aiden here stuck on the site using the survival smoke given by the Omen, but not quite being able to find anything. It's going to be Nino playing around this generator angle and just trying to play in hell with the teammate here. Doing everything they can to stay alive, getting stuck, but finds another kill on the Valus.
Spike
Traded
down
out by the
A.
shock
Traded
turret
out.
though.
And it's just going to be this retake coming out of Excane.
Do they get their lurk?
That's done.
Oh, Zentetsu gets one.
One enemy remaining.
And it's
Oh
just
my
not gonna happen. Rain above, securing this round, making it 11-7 and bringing them ever so close to closing out this map.
Indeed, a great lurk there by Zentetsu, just getting the perfect timing on the Omen smoke. It's a 3v2, get that one kill, and then all of a sudden everything starts falling apart because the people left on site have to contend with someone in heaven and main, which there's just not a lot of angles besides hell where you can be safe from heaven and main. Although it looks like we might get an A aggression here, which is not looking bad. Oh, but he dodges the blind, and he suppresses the jet knives away.
Nowhere to run.
And Jet gets tagged. Oh, Valix, just unfortunate. Pambi survives the ult.
This red ult and just picks left and right going down, making this round so much harder for Excane. And it's going to be Pambi needing to get these two here to keep this one alive, and it's not quite going to happen, so...
Just an amazingly performed split here by Rain above. It is really this round is, I mean, this round is very much so slipped away, but the game as well might be slipping away.
One enemy remaining.
Wars needing to find so much, but not quite making anything happen here, and it's match point for Rain above.
My ultimate is ready. Bot coming back. Match
If
point.
there's a time to turn this around, it's going to be right now.
My lab.
Absolutely, the KO knives have been so important, suppressing people right as the attack hits or even the defensive hits has been going on. J-Roll has been just hitting an important util and is dropping 27 right now, playing an absolute fantastic game. It looks like they're positioning again for KJ Util on B while KJ is running away to try and get this null command. Looks like a full retake setup. In fact, still on Phalix through the smoke. Excane is gonna have to make something very impressive happen this round. They have the KJ ult, but so too does the attack.
Spike planted.
Rain above.
You should run.
And the attacking KJ ult goes down.
Just
The
gonna
late
waste
lurk mid as well, but the KJ third is still there.
so much time here. And
They
he
do
needs-
break it with the Hunter's Fury, but it still feels like a lot of time was wasted. The mid lurk is try. Oh, he avoids the turret, or no, he does not. I
Last
think they
player
know.
standing.
I know it's gonna be Aiden. He defends so much, and that goes down, but
Attackers win.
gets taken out right before that lockdown can pop, and
Close.
it's gonna be Rain Above taking this 13-7. Not the strongest start from them, but you know, being able to close it out and really come back into form to take this Ascent map.
Absolutely, and it was. I mean, every round seemed, or not every round, but almost every round seemed so close. Even on the eco rounds, both sides were absolutely swinging some haymakers and almost pulling off rounds. But in the end, Rain Above pulls it off, and wow, J-Roll with 27 kills and 11 assists. That is an absolutely crazy stat line.
Yeah, I mean, an incredible performance on that KO, and I mean, you said it right. It was an incredibly close round. I think you know the stat line. It might have read 13-7, but it felt a lot closer. Like there was a lot of clutch rounds for both of those teams, and it does seem that Rain Above just won. They felt more confident in those positions, and like that's a massive attribute that you need to feel confident in, right? Like there's so many clutch
Absolutely.
rounds that you can find yourself in Valorant, and today they took it. I mean,
Yeah,
looking
wow.
at the stat line here, it's gonna be
And that
Rain
first blood difference, the top frag on Excane with 1 first blood, and Rain Above's top frag having 4, which isn't even the most first bloods on their team. Evolution, I believe, had 6 first bloods. They were able to get up numbers so effectively and just be able to crawl rounds out after that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just looking at the stat line and wanting to make any assumptions over it, it's looking at Excane and their KD is looking rough, right? I mean, 15-15 is their best KD, with the rest of them unfortunately going negative on that round. It's just they couldn't find their footing on Ascent, and unfortunately, but I mean, we are gonna go. I think it's Lotus next, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe it's Breeze first, and
Breeze
then
before Lotus.
yes, which I am very excited about. I was talking to Claire earlier before the game started that I was looking at some of the Breeze comps, at least on the team that played Breeze. I don't remember exactly who it was now, but there's some very interesting characters being chosen in a Breeze game last time one of these teams played. And I'm honestly very hopeful for a third map, because with the Lotus changes, I'm fascinated to see if the agents change it up or if they keep it just kind of what the standard meta has been. These 2 maps are absolutely in potential to be just super interesting.
Yeah, no, it was Excane that played that Breeze comp. But before we get over towards that map, we are going to cut to a short break, but make sure you get right back here. And don't leave your chair, or go get water, go get a snacky, or anything like that. But we will be right back for Titans of Tier 3. Right. And we'll see right then.
Anytime or place, watch 'em run away. I got no. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my phone. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no, I got no rival. No rival. I got no rival. Hey, what the hell? Why you hanging on the rooftop by yourself? I have an open invitation, but you're telling me go get lost. I don't wanna see your face. Yeah, what the hell? So why don't we stay out till the morning light? Cause two wrongs can make a right. We're just doing what we feeling right now. Some Chardonnay, we camp in the parking lot. Leave traces of plastic cups. We're just doing what we feeling right now. So what the hell? Why you hanging on the rooftop by yourself? Always waiting for the one, but I got news for you. I'm the best that you can get, so what the hell? Yeah, what the hell? So what the So what the hell? What are you waiting for now? And what the hell? You're pretending that you like somebody else. Like you got boys waiting in line to take you home. But tell the truth, you'll spend the night alone. Let's be alone. So why don't we stay out till the morning light? Cause two wrongs can make a right. We're just doing what we feeling right now. So what the hell? Why you hanging on the rooftop by yourself? Always waiting for the one, but I got news for you. I'm the best that Took my love and gave it back.
Hello and welcome back to the Titans of Tier 3 broadcast. I am Claire and I'm here with Ronak. And how are you getting into the second map of the series?
I am super excited about it. I mentioned it a little bit right before we went to break. I'm really excited for Breeze. I personally, one of my favorite maps. I know that's a controversial take, but I really like Breeze as a map. And I've seen some of the comps. I really want to see. I really want to see what people do on this map. I think it's like Fracture in a lot of ways, where it's a map that has a lot of possibilities. There's nothing that is like the dominant thing that you run. You can do almost anything, and I think that it makes her a very, very fun map. And honestly, I'm really hoping for a map 3 to see Lotus, because that's another map kind of that style.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. I mean, I know you were talking about it quite a bit, but if you would like to inform everyone at home what I think it was Excane was running on that last Breeze map of theirs. If you can remember off the top of your head, it's very
I believe I
unorthodox.
can.
Well,
So I mean, who knows? They might not run this, so I don't want to say that we're like spoiling anything. But this is free information. It was a Cypher, Harbor, Guy, Neon Yoru comp, which is absolutely wild.
yeah, which is not something that you literally ever see by anybody,
No.
but it is. Maybe it's their comp. Maybe that's what they're running in every single game and every single map. But I mean, speak of the devil, but we're getting in here, and it's
Already,
what are we hovering?
indeed, it's already looking like we might be getting that comp. I would say right now, Rain Above is looking like going for the more standard comp. KO Sova, yep, KO Sova, Jet, Cypher, Viper, all of that's pretty locked in. Still interesting, still a change up from the last time Breeze was in like the competitive meta pool, which was when Chamber was still extremely good. But I think that this Cypher with the trips on both sites is extremely strong, and then just switch Viper with whichever site Cypher is, and it can actually be a pretty strong defensive map as long as you can hold mid.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at this, we do get this composition we were talking about earlier, and it was Excane that did perform pretty well on this last time. I think like all individually that they really shined with this composition, and they kind of destroyed their opponents. But Rain
Absolutely.
Above, we were talking about this, a lot more of a traditional comp that you're gonna see. I mean, that Viper is a staple of Breeze. I don't know too many teams that like to stray away from it other than Excane. And having that Sova, again, a staple, but like Excane is just doing everything a little bit differently today.
Absolutely, and I mean they need some new energy. They need to pull off a win here, so we'll have to see. This might be what they need is a strange comp to run to confuse the enemy and to pull out a win.
And we're getting right into this map, and just wanting to take a look about what Excane is going to do on defense here. Where's the Cypher going to play? We usually see him around B, and it's not looking like that is going to be the case, at least on this pistol round. It's seeming that Cypher's looking for some trips and some setups over at this A site, and potentially catching this enemy off guard, but for Rain Above, this attacking side, it could be a mid-split here.
Yeah, and you have to be really careful with comps like this. Oh my goodness, such an aggressive play by the Neon, all the way taking all of Elbow. They know what's coming towards A.
And a lot of rotates quickly happening around this site. That wall is so deep on this A site. Cypher is trapped on here, needing to go insanely big to keep this into it. But Source on that Yoru, that clone going out, that flash into the rest of the site, and this could be a half-wall duel, but Source is going big in the last one he made here.
Wow, the trade's coming in fast. It's a 2v1, but absolutely still in a position to pull this off. Viper is very low. Gives away his position.
Wave crashing.
This is Rain Above's IGL as well. This is going to be... Or I apologize. This is Xkane's IGL here in this 1v2.
Using that cove, getting it down, getting a tap on the spike, but Evolution
Last
reading it
player
so well,
standing.
but Pretext Microbe.
Oh, as you read it, it doesn't seem like he is. Oh!
It's the kill, but I don't know if there's enough time.
Pretext.
It's
I
really gonna
don't
come down to the
believe
wire.
There does.
Wait a second.
He
Wait a
does get
second.
it. Oh my goodness.
Oh my! What a round coming out of Free-Tax Micro. But we didn't really see that on the SM map. It was a much slower start for them. And look
Wow.
at that! I thought for sure that Rain Above was going to secure this, but Free-Tax Micro does not care what I think.
My goodness, what? Oh, this JMV just making the wrong play there. Barely. He expected him to be off the spike, I believe. Wow, what a close round.
What an insanely close round. I mean, I can't really fault JMV. They're just trying to get them off the spike and seeing if they were sticking it. And
Because it was less than a second left, too. I mean, you think if you just get him off the spike, you're able to win the round. But nope, just barely with enough time.
barely enough time, and Rain Above upset after that play. But that outlaw we were talking about earlier comes into play and finds one, but quickly tried out.
Absolutely.
It's going to be Aiden.
Cypher's got the unbreakable. Oh, it's not unbreakable anymore. Does JMV know where he is? He does. And he gets the kill. That's a bulldog. That's a pretty big gun in a 2v3.
That's a pretty big gun, and we're probably going to see a ghost being dropped, and yeah, there we are, and a
Free tags,
3v2
though.
now.
I did see him pick up the outlaw, I believe, which is
Last
essentially
player
just an
standing.
operator.
And Zenitsu going down. Not quite what you want to see. Well, not wanting to leave JMV in another situation quite like this.
Oh, he is not able to.
Not able to, and it's going to be a 2-0 lead coming out of Excane here.
Great,
That's a good run.
great pickup by Excane, having to do the retake there. Although Spike didn't end up even getting down, but still pushing back onto that site. I do think early impressions, this attack is heavily favoring the mid, which is interesting because against the more traditional comp that Rain Above has, I would expect them to defend the mid very heavily. So I think that they're reading into that and now attacking the mid instead. But I'm not sure if it's working against this much less standard comp from the defense.
I mean, it is just such a weird composition, and I doubt Rain Above has really any scrims or any matches played against
Indeed.
something of, you know, just this unorthodoxness.
Which is something to keep an eye on. They might struggle a lot at the beginning, but they might be able to. Oh, what a kill by Valix lurking up mid. But yeah, they might struggle a bit in the beginning, but they might figure out something later on and be able to turn it around very quickly.
Oh, J-Roll could be in such a big position here.
Last player
Timing
standing.
needs to come through, but Aiden just winning that duel, and it's all up to JMV yet again.
Yet again. Oh, and he gets the timing though.
It's a great timing.
Cypher now 1 HP. Yours walking up flank. Oh, they've decided to double
Spike
up flank. I
planted.
like this play a lot.
Pull up flank, it's going to be Source. I mean, has that dimensional drift. They want to really secure all the info they can.
Absolutely, and I did mention to you. Oh, never mind.
Not
they
gonna need it.
I was gonna say I mentioned to you while we were off that I am a big fan of committing ults to help you win rounds. A 2v1 like that, I would commit an ultimate if I think it would help. But they didn't need it. They just get the kill and are able to get the defuse. And now they've got 2 ults at least going into the next round.
Yeah, didn't need it. But they were confident in that reposition and that double up flank. And, well, I mean, they had all the reason to with a result like that. But
Absolutely.
getting into this next round, it's the start of this map quite similar to how Ascent might have started. Just Excane getting out to a little bit of a lead right away, and looking like they're definitely favored to take this round with this kind of mixed bag that Rain Above has for their half buy.
Indeed, but I'm seeing this Yor looking aggressive, maybe towards B main, and there is a lot of people here. Don't know which way this is gonna go.
Your fault, blocking
But
sight.
two
Rain
massive
Above.
picks coming out, and that's a massive Phantom getting picked up, and I think
It is
that's like
two, I
two
believe.
weapons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they commit out. Wide.
Spike down B. One enemy
Oh,
remaining.
so for a minute. Oh my goodness.
This round completely turned
I have
around.
retrieved the
This round
spike.
flipped on his head so quickly. I didn't even see where most of these kills came from. My goodness.
And it's gonna have to be Zenitsu. We were talking about JMV being in those clutch, scenarios and not being able to find them. But
Mhm.
Zenitsu could be that player they're looking for here. He does not quite sure where everybody is, but I mean, he's looking for a pick. He's looking for that info.
The dog is gonna spot him though. They chose the exact
Dog.
right angle. The dog.
I'm not too sure if that. I don't know if the dog was in sight, but maybe it was. Well, whatever it is now, Zenitsu knows at least Sky's on that B site or in that
Indeed,
spawn
he is working
position.
towards a free site right now. If he chooses to commit to this A, the
30
Cypher
seconds
cam is
left.
there, so they will know. But he will at least get the plant down. Unless he's just looking to save here. No, he is indeed going to try and plant.
Really looking to save here might make
And he gets
everything
tagged.
in a much harder scenario. He's not gonna get the web guns. The money.
Yeah, they were
seconds
already
left.
on an eco. I agree
Spike
with
planted.
trying to win this round. You'll have money to buy next.
I mean, still a winnable round here.
Absolutely.
Don't-
We've seen already some incredible clutches this game. This is very possible. The triple stack here. You gotta hope you don't get collatted.
Just wanting to look at Zenitsu here.
Oh, gets
Finding
the first.
one. I mean, that's how you make this happen. Getting in front of that flash. I love how they played it.
Tap on the
weird
spike.
scenario.
Jumps in, sees one. Oh,
Oh, there's a great try. Jumps in, but not quite being able to find Aiden there.
it
And
was
a
very
fourth,
unfortunate.
a fourth round going over to Excane.
Absolutely. Honestly, it's unlucky that Aiden still had those cages active. A lot of Cyphers will commit them down early, but I think those cages are what were able to help them win the round there on that defuse.
Yeah, I mean, it's just incredibly well played. I don't think there's anything else
Absolutely.
that you can really say. And coming into this next round, you were talking about the ults and the ult economy here. And we are actually getting a tech
Oh.
pause, so
Another tech. This one. All right.
getting a tech
Wow.
pause. I'm not quite sure why, but it's coming out of Excane. So
Indeed. They're up
whatever.
4-0 right now as well, so I hope their tech pause doesn't cause their momentum to struggle. Not saying that they shouldn't take the tech pause. It's always better to make sure your equipment's working, but this is definitely an opportunity here for Rain Above to try and talk amongst themselves and figure out exactly what they need to do.
Yeah, I mean, usually I think you're. I don't know what the rules are of the league, but I think sometimes you're not supposed to talk into a tech pause, or at least not about the game. But I think both teams are probably. I would. I'll be honest. Is that it's unsportsmanlike, but I would take the time. I think it's
Get
It's
out
a
of
good-
my way!
especially if it is, out of your control. So
Absolutely, yeah. I do believe. I mean, I'm not sure the rules specifically for this. I think that you're not allowed to set up util fairly often, but you usually can talk about strategy.
I have no clue. But getting to a quick A split
Yeah,
here.
very fast A split. They have the defense holding the main control though. Have to try and run back on site. A fantastic trade. Great sky ult. Oh, but he gets the pick while he's looking away. All of the cabbages go down. Cypher working the mid. I don't think he was seen.
Ooh, but Felix
Oh.
down.
Trades out on site are crazy. 2v3 now. Sova is very low.
Spike planted.
Oh, an operator on source. I didn't realize this. See that Cypher in mid as well. I'm pretty sure he's jumped up on that angle where he can see the spike all the way from mid. So this is going to be a really difficult round, I think. Oh,
Oh.
no, he was not jumped up. He was still on the ground.
I don't know. I would like to see that jump up. With playing with that Hunter's Fury source, not quite knowing where this Cypher
Last
might
player
be
standing.
lurking, and just a great shot coming out of Zenitsu. But that Hunter's Fury coming out, not quite landing, but just creating enough pressure for Zenitsu to
Yep.
find Aiden and bring them their first round of
begins
the
to
half.
crack.
And
Absolutely.
the game
That's
out
a
of it.
really big round. Deciding
Yeah.
to commit the Hunter's Fury there, even though it's a 3v1, it's still, I think he popped it probably right before it became a 3v1, but still very smart. I think you need to secure a round. You got to get that momentum back on your side. You got some good ultimates here. There's lots of ultimates on the other team. These are going to be some major swing rounds coming up here because, I mean, the ult economy is high and both economies are struggling a little bit. Actually, it looks like we might already have an eco on the defensive side.
yeah, I mean, just crazy important round. I mean, you were talking about it. You were talking about like how important it is, especially to invest all the ultimates, to just get that round, get that momentum back in their favor, and especially destroying that economy like that. But
Oh,
that is
Zentetsu.
it's gonna be a rough. That's not what you want to say, but quickly being traded by Evolution.
Great double kill by Evolution, and a fantastic drone to clear out mid as well there.
And just fights taking left and right here, and it's just gonna be actually in a 2v3 situation. Aiden left on the site, that Nilkaman comes out, deletes the trade,
gets
but
two?
finds
Last
2!
player standing.
And the
And-
defense from mid. Oh my goodness.
I mean, that is just exactly what you want to see from Aiden. I mean,
Absolutely.
that-
The Cypher, his Util goes down, but he is still able to stall them on site long enough for his teammate to get there. Wow, with the double kill as well. That was just a beautiful round on an eco too, and they're still able to pull it out.
It was on an eco. I mean, and I was worried about their economy, especially if they did lose that round, that it would be kind of all messed up, but there was no worries about that, because, you know, they just win it, continue building their mounds of cash, and
Absolutely, lots of pressure here at the main, at A main. The operator is looking down elbow as well right now. I believe Yuri has another operator. Oh, Yuri TP sets him back towards A though, which is where this hit is currently being looked at, but he's rotated off.
rotated off.
So drone pushing the mid.
And then wants to get as much info as they can here, and Alex taking this mid engagement, but it's gonna be quickly
Very
falling
smart
off.
to get away.
Yeah, that Viper.
Looks like. Sorry, yeah, it looks like they're looking for deep mid pressure. They get popped by the operator though.
what a weird reckoning.
Yeah, the hard roll goes off.
Watch
and
the
catches
flank.
one.
Missed.
Oh,
Watch that
One
flank
enemy
there, and
remaining.
yeah, it's just what a creative play coming out of Excane. I love to
Absolutely.
see that, thinking on their feet right there, and just a Source is just toying with them. What kind of shot is that?
That is incredible. 4K with the operator.
Who is looking there with that operator? What the heck? I mean, Source is just. I'm not too sure. I mean, you did say Pretext Microbe is their IGL, correct? And
I believe so, yes.
yeah, I mean, what a call. You know, I don't know if it was Pretext Microbe that called using that Reckoning just to do that crush on mid, but
Yeah, the mid trap though looked that's such a beautiful play. My goodness.
yeah, you don't see it use that. You usually see it on that read taker.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen mini trap play played on a Sentinel, to be entirely honest. Source just barely getting out. Through the tripwires. Deep backside push. Only a
Right.
stinger here for Evolution, but he gets the
Spike
kill.
planted.
Vandal down in front of him.
Cancel down in front of them. Source having this dimensional drift still.
Yep, and I don't know if he is a shorty, but I'm willing to bet if it's a Yori with a dimensional drift, he has a shorty, which can be very difficult to deal with. Hasn't committed it yet, though.
It sure can, but Source, I'm just nervous. This is quite a long straightaway here. That operator not quite finding anything, and that shorty we're talking about comes out into play and just looking for anything that they can get, but not quite finding it.
Absolutely, this wow, Zico coming in, yeah, they get the thrifty. The mid lurk was even shut down earlier. You can see that red X right there in the middle. Cypher got killed right as the retake was beginning, which usually is a sign that the defense is going to be able to pull it out, but they all just get traded out on site. Very, very good round here for Rain Above. That is super impressive.
It is incredibly impressive, and I mean, it just their economy not quite looking as strong as it once did for Excane, but I mean, still being able to buy some rifles into this round, and that operator opting not to be picked up from Rain Above. So
Yep, no operator this time on the Yoru. He was definitely playing well with it. Oh, but Valix gets tagged pushing elbow. They know he's there. And they're holding him here from bottom mid. This is going to be an interesting A split. It might not be the spike is still in mid right now.
nice.
The Cypher ult comes out. That's a very good pick to get A main. So you can get that Cypher ult down. You can get all the info. 4v4.
But great
Back
shot from
down
Alex,
mid.
just in a rough situation, but again,
Wow.
gets traded out.
Yep,
like
still these
JMG.
trades are coming down, but Sova's low. They're hitting the correct site though. Only one person on this site is the
And
and
he just
he doesn't
has
get
so
one.
much util here as well. They pop this Viper's pitches to secure this round, but it
And watch
doesn't.
this fight mid. between the Sova and the Cypher.
Oh,
You slipped right past him.
To this Sova, I mean, yeah.
Last player
Looking at Wix,
standing.
and that will probably secure the round, I think. Very great positioning.
It's gonna be Pambi. I mean, we've seen it before, but not quite gonna make it happen here. Evolution shuts this round down, bringing the game a little bit closer with each of these rounds. 6-3 is a much better score line than 6-1.
Absolutely, they've definitely started this comeback. They've gotten a little momentum, forced Excane down to an eco. That's super good. I also think that, like I said earlier, that Rain Above is running a more defensive comp. Excane is running a more offensive comp. So it still seems pretty even. Like, as long as you can keep it close on either of these sides, it could absolutely go either way.
Yeah, I mean, Breeze is one of those maps. I mean, Zenitsu quickly finding a massive picks, finding 2.
Oh,
My apologies.
An A main.
Just looked like that Excane wants to, you know, play to their
I
comp
know
strength,
exactly
but just get a
where you
little bit
are.
aggressive. And
Again, get those picks, allowing the Cypher ult.
Cage triggered.
on the Cypher element, let's just use Zenitsu. And it's nothing to do with that aiming control at the moment, but
Oh, but
Spike
Source
down
with
B.
a kill and the spike on B.
a kill and the spike. There's gonna be so much info.
I got the spike.
It's only a minute left. I mean, it's
There's a
so
fight
much
here.
time. But look at this mid. Look at Harbor here, and they
Oh!
find it.
Attacks
That's
with the
really
kill.
gonna bring it back into this round. But Evolution just decides that they don't even want to play with the man disadvantage. They just want to get right back into this and get this
Absolutely.
spike down. The
JMV
champ-
with this lurk, the Cypher timing.
Oh
He just
my
missed his
Spike planted.
goodness. Aiden.
They're looking heavy mid still.
Aiden has
I
a
think
scene.
Nino missed Yoru going through spawn as well. Oh, this angle is
I
going
know.
to be so strange.
Oh,
Aiden with the kill.
Oh.
That's a gun retrieved as well, 2v2. It's very difficult angles
One
as
enemy
well.
remaining.
And Source with another, and he sees JMV drop.
Spike is
Already
no,
on the spike,
not
Last
planned at
player
all for
standing.
JMV here.
Gets
Just
killed.
fixed it.
but he doesn't, yep, he's just going to stick it out. Wow. Again, another round, man disadvantage, but the Eco is still able to win it, and they stick all of the guns. Wow.
That is not going to be what's fitting. And an updraft to start this one. Evolution probably wanting to take that one back. Not
Most
going to
likely.
be able to get into any, you know.
Yeah, that actually could be very damaging because now you're no longer able to get
spots.
over the Cypher trip. In B main, you have to break that with some other
Stay safe.
util, which they have a Sova. It's not difficult. You can also knife him with KO, but definitely could come into play. Mid aggression.
Looking
Commit
into
that
this
harbor
one, Excane loves to have their mid aggression, but it does seem that they're just going to respect it. Respect J-Roll's presence here. And there's just going to be so many cascades coming out.
Absolutely. Ooh, early ult, but it's very difficult to hit a Neon with the Sova ult. An unfortunate person to tag there with the drone. Guy Dog gets seen in mid. Ooh, it looks like Valix is wanting to do a mid aggression here, or mid aggression. Sorry, a main aggression. Doesn't get any kills though, but sees a lot of information.
This one, it's going to be Valak just looking to find a head, and anyone running up this.
Valix with the
main.
first blood as well. Oh, but the trade's on site. Great kills by Nino. Dangerous plant spot though. You don't have deep sight control.
Side control, bringing it back to a 2v2
30
between
seconds
Nino and
left.
Zenitsu. Needing to hold down this side. It's both players on the back here by this yellow position, looking for the head.
Last
If anyone
player
is
standing.
behind it, it's going to be
One
source
enemy
finding one,
remaining.
but it's bringing it down to a 1v1 Zenitsu.
1v1.
Swinging it out, got tagged a little bit, but time is still ticking.
Both hit once. Goes for the TP and gets it! What a play! Oh my goodness! The Yoru tech to win the round. That is a very, very aggressive decision, but it works out.
It does work out, and I mean, it just that's what you don't see too much. You don't see that Yoru going
Last
for that
round
play
before
like
the
that, and
switch.
I
That
wasn't
is-
really expecting it either.
I wasn't either. And when Zentetsu wasn't blind, I thought that Source was screwed, but he's able to pull it off. Like, not blind, and he falls down, and it screws up his crosshair placement. So unfortunate, but absolutely just aggressive play by Source, and it worked out. I mean, not much else to say there.
Not much else to say. I mean, getting back into this one, it's going to be 8-3. I'm desperately wanting to win this round, just right above.
Absolutely. Tags 2 on A, but they don't see where the Neon is. You're all the way up elbow once again. Ah, this drone is going to spot out Neon, though, I believe. I believe it does.
We're getting some ultimates coming out here, that drone. Just wanting to clear everything, but the Seeker's just going to slow this round down a little bit and...
Get lots of good information off of that, though.
Yeah, unfortunately for Excane, it is going to be Valix that's going to be DC'd a little bit. So this is going to be a much harder retake. Going to be 4 vs 5.
Oh no! And a kill through the smoke. Things have gone from bad to worse.
Whereas, I mean, this bomb going to be ticking down right above. Just wanting to hold this.
Indeed, they commit the ult. Pretext gets a kill.
Pretext can be finding one of their own.
Then they get traded out. In reality, though, this is a 1v3 now.
Everyone hiding.
And Aiden needing
One,
to
it
do
commits
so
the
much.
ult.
One enemy remaining.
But isn't able to get
down.
one.
And yeah, the last player remaining just
Yeah.
unfortunately is Valix stuck on that A site and needing to make something happen.
Yep, unfortunate. Well, I mean, the good news is, I was gonna say they saved the gun, but sadly they did not, because that was the end of the half.
That was the end of the half, and I think we are gonna get a tech here. Just hopefully getting Valix back on to into the game.
Indeed, very unfortunate.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it was a strong first half, though, coming out of Excane. We did say that maybe it was going to be a bit harder for Rainabut to, really figure out what that composition of characters is going to do against them, right? What are the plays that they're going to run? What are they, what plans are they looking for? And it was just kind of like dueling, right? They're going to like sending 2 or 3 players using that util, get that Yoru and that Neon in positions to get kills. Using those cascades for the harbor, the flashes and whatnot. And I mean, it did that and worked incredibly well. They were able to hold down the sites, and I think we should give a lot of props to Aiden, right? They were playing on that cipher, usually most of the time just alone at B, right? So it was just Aiden playing around, and I would say they played that incredibly well, playing it slow, playing it like pretty methodically, playing around the sites and all that new cover that was added to Breeze, and really kept that team with a comfortable mind that B was always going to be somewhat safe hands.
Somewhat safe indeed. That's it's really impressive too, because on this comp, you really only have one person that can realistically stall an attack, which is that Cypher. Harbor Util doesn't really stall attacks very well. He's one of the worst defensive controllers, I would say, especially when normally you have someone like a Viper, who is one of the best stalling controllers in the game. So it was really impressive that Aiden on that Cypher was still able to completely stall them effectively while being really the only character that can slow down an attack. Neon stuns can also do it a little bit, but you don't really want to use neon stuns for that. You want to be aggressive. So very impressive. And looks like you've got the reconnect back as well. Sorry to cut you off there.
No, you're all good. I mean, it's good to see that we do have this reconnect back in here. It's going to be hopefully a good time here. It does seem that we're going to get a B stack coming out of Rain Above, and it does seem that might be just the right play.
Think so. No Cypher over here. Now, they're stacking towards this B side, but honestly, as someone who played Neon for a while, I would rather run into a 4 stack than into a Cypher. Cypher is so annoying for Neon to play against. All this flash is going to get so much info. But they didn't expect him to be so close. The trade's still coming out. Oh
He's
my
looking out, but it's gonna
goodness.
be Pamby
One
getting so
enemy
many
remaining.
kills there, and it's just going to be that Cypher we were talking about, having to rotate all the way over towards this B side, and it's just gonna be a top mid looking to see if they can get any angles or any info, which they do, but take a look at Aiden.
Spike
Yep, he's
planted.
already lurked up.
Flanking behind Unitu
And-
here.
Oh, is he looking for the
Oh,
knife?
no.
Oh no. Okay.
Just getting a cinematic just look at that skill that was gonna go down, but yeah, it's just gonna be Excane comfortably taking that
Indeed,
that
that's
pistol.
that's impressive. I think it's a very interesting decision to aggress so much down elbow there. It almost worked out. You get the first blood. It's just that sky flash really really kind of screwed him up. But it's an interesting decision because again, I think that you have a really strong comp for holding sites really well. Like they have a very defensive comp. And deciding to aggress there and sort of lose some of that defensive profile is a little unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at this, we are seeing Excane take it a little bit slower, which is not something we expected to see, but little do they know, nobody's on this B side, or even
Mid,
or
it is
mid,
a
really.
5 stack towards A with one person watching mid doors, and it seems like that they might have the read.
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
pinging
it
out
just,
elbow.
they're pinging out like
got
where
the
they've
spike.
cleared, and they haven't really cleared anything past maybe A main. B main has not been looked at quite yet. Elbow hasn't either, and neither has mid. Rain above, also not knowing what they've cleared out either. So
Aiden walking out here. He thinks he might have a free sight. He does not.
doesn't but Aiden knows now. The call comes through, and this B site is just gonna be taken. But
And
it's
very
gonna be
smart. They know that there's at least one A. They probably, I'm assuming Aiden heard at least one more, and so they hit the site very quickly. Now they know it's completely empty. And I mean, Rain Above didn't even really get any good guns. They only got that Sheriff. Oh, what a shot by Source, hitting the headshot, even though he has 140 damage to the body.
just J-Roll looking to get anything off, but if he knows if he swings out, it's might be a little bit over for him. Takes out
And
one shot, but the
indeed.
second comes through. And it's just gonna be these 3 players on the flank. They didn't plant for main, so
smart
preemptively
plant here for
thinking about
sure.
it. And it's gonna be
They might
pretty
just be trying to play for guns. It does appear that that is the case. They're hoping to play for extras.
and just
Ooh,
they need
might
to
not
going
get
for
any.
something, but a hero play on the Cypher, and it's just gonna be them going down to the spike. It's
Yep.
understandable, not wanting to give Excane those kills or that extra money and or all
They think
towards.
they're the best.
Absolutely. I think that's the smart play there. You don't really got much time or much guns to make anything happen. Just see if you can get an exit or two and die to the spike.
Yeah,
Now
I mean,
though, Excane going with 2 pistols in that previous round, and now look at this buy. An
Right
Outlaw and 4 Vandals. This is a very dangerous buy. You're essentially just playing against a full buy, which this is a defensive round that Rain Above has to have. So
yeah, we're looking at Benito though, setting over on this B side, and that's where Neon is on this side of the map. But Evolution
Spike
getting a
down,
massive
mid.
pick on Pretext Micro. That's really gonna make this round a lot easier for Rain Above, and finding 2.
Source going down and getting the tag with the Nova drone. That is a super important start here for Rain Above. They really did need that. This is a cool Cypher cam. That holds a lot of information, amen.
And it does mean Amen, you know, got that rehaul, so only needing to look down that one lane instead of needing to find both of those.
Absolutely, and the change to tube, essentially that cam tells you everything about a defensive push out of A main, which is very nice. And it looks like this might turn into a B split here instead of an A split. What
That's
a
gonna really
shot.
slow down their chances, though.
My goodness, I didn't even
30
see
seconds
him
left.
from his
Enemy
perspective.
remaining.
He's on for the ace and he
And-
gets it.
An
Evolution.
incredible round coming out of Evolution there. An ace to secure this round. And it does seem we might see just the end the end
My goodness,
kill.
I want to see this shot again. I couldn't even see. I didn't even know he was peeking.
Right there.
That is a pixel peek and it's just an incredible shot with 30 HP, killing 3 and getting the ace.
Right there.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, incredibly well played. Great shots coming out of Evolution to keep their team into it. But
Indeed.
it is just going to be Excane to rebuy into this round. It is going to be a lot of light shields, but...
Yep. Oh, I think we might have another tech pause here.
Oh,
I believe this is by...
That is a shame.
Yes, indeed. I think this is by Zentetsu or Rain Above. Very unfortunate. Another tech issue, but wow, what an ace. Our first ace of the match, and with some incredible shots and a big round that the defense needed.
Yeah, I mean, I think you really just summarized it all up there. Evolution are going to be feeling good about after that one. I wouldn't be surprised if potentially we see an operator, but I feel like an operator against this team would be very interesting, right? I mean, they have those harbor cascades, that the flashes to cut off those angles, but I mean, maybe something can have something happen here. I mean, I feel like a character that I'm not necessarily mentioning is that Neon, and I don't know about you, but they have felt pretty quiet so far in this game. I don't...
Indeed, and yeah, I do think I was just thinking about that operator potential as well. There's lots of flashes on Excane's team here, but not a lot of info. You really only have the Sky Dog to be able to like clear or know where an operator is if they're on site. No Sova Dart, no drone, no KO knife.
your trail.
The Evolution taking an aggressive angle yet again, but not quite finding it. Their teammate J-Roll picking that one up, and J-Roll finding another. Could be on for the ace themselves, but not if they get shut down like that.
My goodness, speaking of the W, you mentioned Neon didn't seem like he was doing a whole lot, but they pick up the site this round. Looks like Cypher might be going for a late lurk towards mid as well. Oh, but no, he went up into 2. Wait, he could catch. Can he see? Oh, he can't see the Sova, I guess. JMB with the
One
fantastic
enemy
kill.
remaining.
And they've lost site control now. No more lurk from the Cypher. He's got to just go back main. Aiden's got a big ass to pull this off.
Yeah, still winnable, but not if they go down to Nino. And Nino closing this one out, bringing this to a 10-6. You know, a 4-round deficit for Rain Above. It is looking a lot more doable here.
Absolutely. Now you can't let him win 3 rounds, but only 4 rounds down now with a 2-round streak going on. Seems not bad. Lots of money on the defensive side. We might see that operator come up. And an eco for Excane. Let's see.
I mean,
Excane has been dangerous on the ecos, though.
There's that operator coming out for Evolution. And I think that Rain Above is really having a lot more success. You know, they're playing a little bit more confidently on this defensive side, and I think that just has a lot to do with how the defense is just, I feel like it's a much easier objective, you know? It's just to stop the enemies from getting onto that site. You don't need to think about it as much.
Yeah, absolutely. I do think you have a lot more options on... Ooh, this is a cool lineup. But yeah, you have a lot more options while playing on defense. Oh, but the double kill spamming through the wall.
And some kind of outsource is still here. This ball will be going down
planted.
just
very soon. And he's spotted and killed.
Yeah, not quite making anything happen there, but going to
They've got a very long lurk. It's going to take a lot for this lurk to come into effect.
Just needing to find the head there and getting some body shots, but not quite making it happen. Aiden is so sad about that one. And Evolution just closing it out with an op headshot, but it is important to note that that operator is noted for.
Yep, they do know now.
Excane.
That is such a hard shot to hit with the Sheriff from that far. No ability to ADS really does make it a challenging shot. Probably wouldn't have mattered either. You probably need to get 2 or 3 honestly there with the Sheriff, but still very unfortunate to whiff those in a situation where maybe you could have pulled it back.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it. I know you mentioned that lineup, but having that cove into that Yoru TP is a pretty interesting way of getting that Yoru onto that site. It's a lot more protective than if it was just like a solo TP with a flash.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. I like to see that combination between those two. And I'm wondering what else that they haven't showed us yet.
Oh, this battle right here. Oh, decides to run away instead of holding the angle.
I'm out of
I don't know if they noted the operator there or not. If they did, then I think this rotate seems like it makes sense. But Cypher trips and Viper setup. This could be a very hard site to take.
Could be. So much
Oh.
water just all around here, blocking James' view, and the spike. It seems that it will just be going down.
This spam coming in though as well on this guy. The only character who can't get healed is very unfortunate. This attack, they don't have a lot of space, but they get the operator down. Trade it out.
Oh, it's gonna be J-Roll looking for something, and it's Pretext Microbe in the middle of an entire field.
One
Not making
enemy
anything
remaining.
happen. It just trades and kills coming across the entire site, and it is just Aiden and nowhere near.
Unfortunate. It's tough there on that attacking. You get plant down and it's even numbers, but you just don't have any site control really. You can't push back site as we saw Pretext tried and just couldn't really make anything happen. It's just a very difficult spot to play in for the retake.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, bringing this closer though, 10-8 right above. Just coming back into this one, and it is going to be Excane taking this time out and really thinking about what they need to do here to start succeeding on this attacking side. And I mean, looking at this composition, you would imagine that this side might just be the easier one.
Yeah, absolutely. I do think I think they're playing it very well now. They've got this defensive side rolling. They've got the operator online, which, like I said, Excane, they have a hard time figuring out where the operator is. They just don't have a whole lot of info to figure out things like that. I think you're gonna need to start asking. I know that Valix and Source are the two top frags right now, but I think this comp really heavily relies on those duelists making some just very impressive plays. And I think that that's what you're gonna have to ask is, can this Neon and this Yoru just open up sites? Can they do something to pull off incredible rounds? Because I think that's what you need if you're the attack at this point.
I'm just needing to get back into this one. I mean, Excane not quite buying any weapons quite yet, and there's going to be some hero rifles, though, for Source and Pambi. Actually, everyone
It looks
is
like they're
wanting to get a
forcing
rifle
this.
there. And it's going to be Valix with the ultimate, so this could either get them back into this game or make their chances so much harder, depending on how the way that
this
this run
could be
goes.
10-10, or this could be 11-8 with a good economical advantage. Oh, Jet with such deep control.
Oh, that knife is just gonna have me get 3. Yeah, didn't
This is
quite
gonna tag
connect
so
with
many.
Source, but
They have the Sova drone as well, working down elbow. On the KO ult,
Careful.
they're committing everything. This is a very this is a big round. Lots of ults going in. Oh, the shock dart kill. And
these finding one. There's gonna be a 5v3 here. Evolution with that operator trying to find someone, but Valix just snapping on the head there, not making anything possible. But these two left at double doors just wanting to find some fights, and the fights they find, and but didn't quite go in their favor.
yeah, they
If you're
need to get
Excane here.
I need to get 2 there. I know he's stuck. Oh, he's able to get out. On that side though, it's gonna be doesn't have a lot of time to rotate. He doesn't know if anyone's still there.
Just the info coming out that Aiden is still in this aiming
30 seconds
position.
left.
That wall coming out, 30 seconds
there's
left.
spray.
Yeah, that spray coming out of Nino, shutting down all the hopes and dreams that Excane had of taking this to an 11-8. But I mean, it's just looking right now here that it might just go straight into a 10-10.
It might. That was the danger of that round. They really needed to pull off the eco, but they weren't able to. The KO ult shutting down, the Neon ult, and all of their util just sort of not being there really seemed to impact them pretty heavily. That was just unfortunate. Also a round where Evolution takes all of mid control and they drone all of elbow. Just there's nowhere else on the map that you can go as the attacker. So really tough one to come off with.
I don't know, how's that reckoning? And a lot of ultimates coming out of Excane, but it's just Evolution just posted up. We've seen them there so many rounds, holding down like a turret in mid.
My goodness. trying to trade out here. They've got their Vandal back.
You
on
can just see the...
Hamby, but no
can just-
kills.
One enemy
Ult,
remaining.
And
just
Spike down
great
mid.
shots coming out of J-Roll. What a timing. Pretext Mom and Pammy not looking at them at all, but I mean you can kind of see with how that they're moving. You can just see like they're a little bit like, I feel like, I don't know if agitate is the word, but they're definitely a little bit on edge. Their lead slipping with each and every round. It is not going to feel good.
it is not. I think that Aiden might be looking to save here, but this knife, if it tags him, it does. This save might be a little bit difficult. Unfortunate attack, I think. I'm not sure how you can
30
overcome it.
seconds
Maybe a much faster hit where you try and beat the KO knife might have to be the play.
I mean, there's just a lot of ways. Right? I mean, baiting out util, just playing it a little bit slowly, but with that issue, you just allow Rainbow, especially Evolution, to get set up on these plays, especially in
10
mid.
seconds left.
Having that jet set up mid with that operator is just so deadly, but I mean,
It is that. Yeah, I think that the defense here is taking the initiative when they're giving them time. The Rain Above is just, they're putting Evolution in such an advanced angle that digging him out afterwards just becomes so difficult. I think they're really abusing these. They're finding the open spots in the default, to be honest, and they're really being able to abuse that very effectively. This is another big round. If Excane can't win this, they're not going to have very much money.
Excane's going to be in a real world of hurt, but to think about it, looking on the bright side for them, they do have 4 ultimates.
Indeed, I
They
think
can
this
make
is
a
the round to
lot.
commit them as well. I think you need this one.
This is a massive swing round for them.
Mhm.
If they lose this one, it's almost guaranteed they'd be on a 2-round deficit.
And having to fight for overtime as well. This Sova drone coming towards elbow.
So
They know that they're there now.
trail.
look at this aim main push coming out of Evolution. A timing to come out of there, and it's just not quite finding it. But I mean, they did find the first pick, but that Andres Fury just connecting onto Pamby, and it's gonna be valid position. And this is a shots going everywhere, but not quite finding the head of J-Roll. J-Roll scanning, finding the reckoning coming out here, and it's finding, but it's Evolution
down, B.
having the back of J-Roll there, watching that 6 and making sure no one
One enemy
defeats
remaining.
them. But
Oh my
I
goodness.
mean, we found ourselves in a 1v1 situation again. I think Aiden's position is known, but it's not entirely just pinpointed.
He doesn't know if he went back
30
towards
seconds
Archers
left.
or not. I don't think that Nino knew that Spike was down on site.
I don't think Nino knows anywhere where Aiden is. I think he
He is
did
not,
for a
because
little
he got
bit,
the
but
kill on the jet from mid. So Nino has no idea. He could be
Cage
absolutely
triggered.
anywhere. But now he knows.
I have retrieved the spike.
Aiden cleared back
10
sight, so he's
seconds
got
left.
the plant.
Revealing area.
Spike planted.
Pushing and
and
gets
it's
the kill.
Nino securing the round for Rain Above to create the comeback. It's not a fake comeback, it's a real comeback, and pushing Rain Above over the edge here. Just grabbing this
Indeed.
11th round and
I
just wanting to pick
think,
up this
yeah, I
operator.
believe that for the first time in this game, this will be Rain Above winning. They have not had a lead this entire rest of the game, and now they will be up 11 to 10, and most likely forcing Excane down to an eco. Very, such an unfortunate clutch. They're so close. Just couldn't quite pull it off.
And pull it off, and we were talking about how just massive that round is there.
Yep, although it looks like Excane might be choosing to force this, but I don't know how much money they'll have in the bank next round. They're on quite a loss streak bonus, but
They used 3 ultimates in that round, I think, as well.
they did, and now, I mean, they only have the Neon ult. And
Okay, and-
J-Roll getting the first blood.
Just shutting down Source. I mean, maybe Source was like wanting to take duels, feeling confident, needing to get that motivation and that energy back in the team, but that is just gonna feel so bad.
It is, and look at this read already rotating over with the op. Evolution is in position for this A hit. Cypher's in position. Viper as well.
A rare miss from Evolution.
Indeed.
But the Cypher is coming out. We are talking about this. And Evolution just spamming through that smoke and at least that wall and finding it, but the plant coming down. Neon still has this ult.
This is such a deja vu situation where another kill where they get this site, but Excane isn't able to take any space in the back line, so they're just stuck on those pillars, and they just end up getting run down.
They really do. I mean, look how high in the sky their Evolutions is, just like a helicopter up there.
Oh man.
Looking down, but yeah, it's going to be this 12th round for Rain Above. And what can Excane scrape together here?
Looks like they're at least going to be able to have all Vandals with light armor. But
Not
one Guardian and Neon's hopefully going for the ult here, but JMV with the Viper's Pit. This is going to be a challenging round to win.
Yeah, not only is there their map point, but this is also series point, so
Indeed. Ooh, double operator as well, and a judge. Oh boy. And they are looking right at the judge.
looking right at the judge, but like I mean just securing it, right? It's just JMV not wanting them to get on this B side, but I mean they never really had to play against Yoru. I'm sure it was spotted. It was spotted, it was destroyed. There's gonna be no worries
I'm out of here.
for Rain Above about that one.
Who's next?
Yoru ult, yep, and he does go for the Yoru ult. He gets the info. But no one's in position to try and spam. And he's walked back into the ult.
Just
Quick decision to switch and pull out the gun, and is able to get back in the ult. Ooh.
yeah, this is the slowest I think we've seen both of these teams play. We
Absolutely.
usually see them try to get to a pretty like strong spot of the map, especially that mid position from Evolutions, or posted up on that A angle, that A main angle, but not in this round. Neither team wanting to make a mistake, but it's Evolutions.
Still, once again, the defense with the read, rotating over before the attack can even begin their execute.
30 seconds left.
Harbor wall going up on this A site. J-Roll is here. The Cypher trips going down, those cages going down, and then Felix going into that. I don't think they spotted J-Roll. J-Roll.
Yeah, I can't tell. This is the unknown.
Oh my goodness! With the stun finding the head, it's going to be a 5v1.
And that is
Defenders
it. My goodness.
That's it. Rain Above taking that. And with that, I mean, they secure the series there. It was an incredibly strong start with that composition from Excane, right? Like, I mean, that I definitely do believe that it did catch Rain Above off guard. I'm sure they knew that the composition was something that they could run, and they had that in the back of their mind. But obviously, they've probably never played against it or ever scrimmed against it. And I mean, it definitely showed in that first half, right?
Absolutely, yeah, it's really hard to predict, even though you know it's coming. It's really hard to think about what you're gonna how you're gonna play against it, And I mentioned that as well, that you could look to see the new comp coming ahead really early because it's hard to know how to play against it. But then as the game progresses, you kind of get more into a rhythm, you start understanding it better, and then sometimes you're able to come back. And in this case, they absolutely did. Rain Above just bringing it together with a 2-0, still continuing their undefeated map series. They've yet to drop a map.
Yeah, yet to drop a map, looking incredibly just strong, right? I think their team play and just what they can do on the maps here, as a team together, or even as a hero play, right? We were talking about in map 1 their clutch potential and how they look so comfortable in those positions. And I think that really strung into map 2, right? I mean, neither of them they were they were rough in the first half, but they really brought it back and brought it together, and we saw those clutches, coming out of players like Evolution, and JMV, and Nino, right? So
Absolutely, yeah, and even Jay, I mean, all of them, I think almost all of them won a clutch at some point. Evolution with 7 first bloods, 25/16. This was an absolute duel of the duelists. Source also having an incredibly good game, 22/17 with 4 first bloods on the Yoru. Just just a super close game, but Rain Above able to keep their mental together, keep it in, hang in, and just end up winning it in the long run. Just super impressive.
Yeah, I mean, just well played to both teams. I definitely think both these teams are a force to be reckoned with in the rest of this series. Obviously, not going the way that Excane would have liked it to today, but congratulations to all of the Rain Above players continuing their streak of not dropping a map, and I think that's going to do it for at least this broadcast. We will be back later today. I think it's 3 p.m. Oh,
Oh,
my
we have an
apologies.
interview,
We have an
yes.
interview. I'm not too sure who that's going to be, but a surprise. It's actually Evolution. So we'll be right back in just 1 second. We're going to get that interview up with Evolutions and ask him all the hard hitting questions about
Indeed.
how they won that map. So stay tuned.
But it won't keep me from this heart, and I'll try to carry on again. But I never really knew that it was over. All I wanna do is to put my arms around you and watch these moments fall back into place. All I wanna do is to make you stop and love me. How can I be blue when you catch me in these feelings like okay. I love you, I do need you, I do love you, I do need you, I love you, I do need you, oh, I love you, I do need you, oh, I love you, I do need you, I do love you, I do need you, I love you, I do need you, oh, I love you, I do need you.
All right, and welcome back. And today, having this interview here, we have Evolution. So, the star that was coming out of that Rain Above squad, and bringing them home on that Breeze map. So, how are you today, Evolution?
I'm feeling good today. Uh, we won. It feels good.
Yeah, that
All right.
makes sense. I like the picture you've chosen, by the way.
Yeah, that's my Pookie Bear right there. Little J roll.
Oh yeah, J-Roll, he also had a fantastic game today, didn't he?
Yeah, that first game, he came through for us because I wasn't feeling it. But he came through big time.
Nice, yeah,
Yeah.
and I also know on the second game as well, you got the first ace of this like game at least, and the only ace. How did that feel?
That felt good. That definitely felt like a turning point for us. I think after that we won out every round. It felt like a good momentum shift.
Yeah, it
It got me
definitely.
going.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, in both these games, your team got off to a pretty slow start. Is there any reason as to why that was, or like what you guys wanted or needed to do to, change that momentum into your favor?
It's just once one of us gets it going, we kind of snowball. So we look for once we get a little bit of momentum, we hold on to that and we try to take it all the way to finish.
Yeah, I mean, we
So
definitely saw that, especially in that Breeze map. What did you guys win? Like 10 rounds in a row? Or something
we
like
were down
oh,
8-4, and then we won out. So I
oh
think it was
yeah,
9.
It was
9?
yeah, it was 10 to
Or no, we
4,
were down
right?
10-4. Yeah.
10 to 4. Yep.
Yeah,
Won
10.
every single round after that. And I believe it was the ace round, and then you won every single round after that. That is incredibly impressive.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so coming into this game today, I'm not too sure if you were looking at their compositions. I'm assuming that you might have checked in to see what Excane was looking at, but I mean, going into this Breeze map, it obviously that is not the composition you probably play in your scrims or anything. But how did you guys deal with looking down that unorthodox composition?
So we knew they were weak on info, so we try to star them out for info. We try to bully down the cipher a little bit. Their composition, like theoretically, to me at least, is just not like sound. They lack info. They only have a harbor for smokes. So we just default broke cipher trips, and it made it easier for us to kind of pull where they are.
All right,
Nice.
yeah, I mean
Yeah,
that makes total sense. I mean, if you don't got any more questions, Ranak, I think we can.
I have one more very important
Okay.
question. What is your thoughts on the new bundle?
I need it so bad.
Yep. Me too. Me too.
It's so nice.
Well, I mean, all you
Top,
gotta
what do
do
you
is
think? Top 3?
I wouldn't say top 3. That's really generous.
Okay.
It's definitely like a top 10 easily, maybe top 5.
Okay.
okay.
Fair enough.
If you laid out all the bundles in front of me, I'd be able to tell you, but top 3 is a big spot for it.
Big spot. All right. Fair enough. All right. That's all the questions I got.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
mean,
thank you for having me.
yeah, no problem. I mean, thank you. Good luck in the rest of your games. I'm not too sure if you're playing tomorrow or anything, but that's it for this broadcast for Titans of Tier 3. We will be back later. I believe it's going to be at 6 p.m. Eastern,
Indeed.
3 p.m. Pacific. So make sure you check back in, get back in here. I know we have some pretty major games coming up today and especially tomorrow. So that's going to be us on this broadcast. I'm Claire. I'm joined here with Ranak. So thank you for joining us, and shout out to the rest of the production team and everyone behind the Titans of Tier 3 broadcast. So that's going to be it for us, and thank you for watching.
And congrats again to Rain Above.
Paralyze my heart. Don't wanna feel your touch like ice, tracing all my scars. Why is it hurt on the inside?